All right, you guys, Kyle Kuhn back here. We are going to go ahead and do just some quick previews for each of the 2022 Yokohama start lists. We are actually going to go ahead and get started with the PTWC classes. If you guys saw my brief preview video on the state of the whole paratriathlon start list. You know that we'll go ahead and start with the PTWC classes. We'll start with the PTWC women. On the start list, we got Leanne Taylor, who is an H1 from Canada, Jessica Ferreira, and also an H1 from Brazil, and Margaret Ijdema. I apologize, Margaret, for not knowing how to pronounce your last name, but she is also an H1 from the Netherlands. Just briefly, each of these women. So Leanne Taylor, this is actually going to be her first ever WTPS start. So Leanne has never competed here in Yokohama. But she does have 9 overall starts on the World Triathlon racing scene. She's got 2 podiums, and she does have 1 win. But like I said, no previous Yokohama, so very excited to see what she can do on this course. It will be actually her second WTPS start. I believe she raced in Abu Dhabi last year, and that was considered a WTPS start. However, she did finish just over 3 minutes behind Jessica Ferreira and almost 2 minutes ahead of the person that came in third behind her in Sarasota just a few months ago. Leanne, pretty new to the triathlon racing scene, and it's been pretty cool to see her just grow and get better and better each race. But then we'll go ahead and jump over to Miss Jessica Ferreira. Like I said, an H1 from Brazil. She has 21 starts on the World Triathlon circuit, 15 podiums and 7 wins. She did take 4th place at the Paralympics in Tokyo, and previously she did race Yokohama in 2021. She did get 2nd. Decently strong swim, a 16:11 with a 35-minute and 39-second bike and a 13-minute and 26-second push. Overall finish time here last year in Yokohama was a 1:08:10 for Jessica. But interestingly enough, though, I think the times and everything are going to get really shaken up this year. The weather is looking to be a little bit more challenging, a little bit more difficult for this weekend. So very interested to see how that's going to shake up. But then our final lady in the wheelchair class, Margaret Ijdema, an H1 from the Netherlands. Actually the most experienced in terms of starts on this women's start list. 26 starts, 15 podiums, 6 wins. She did compete at the Paralympics in Tokyo. She took 7th. And previously in Yokohama, the last time she did this race was in 2019, where she did take 6th. Had a really good swim that day, a 13:13 swim, followed by a 38-minute and 52-second bike and a 17-minute and 15-second push. So pretty strong overall for a 1:12:57 overall time. Looks like she came from a swimming background, so maybe a little bit never know, might try to jump out early on that swim ahead of Jessica and Leanne. But very excited to check out that race and see how it plays out. As far as the PTWC men, we've got 4 gentlemen on the start list. We got Nick Beveridge, an H1 from Australia. We got Junpei Kimura from from Japan. And then we also have Brendan Bishop from the Netherlands. And, of course, we have Howie Sanborn from the USA. So we'll go ahead and start with Nick Beveridge. Pretty seasoned vet, 36 starts, 17 podiums, 6 victories on the World Triathlon Circuit. At the Paralympics, he did take 7th in Tokyo. Last time he did Yokohama was in 2019 with a strong 4th place finish. Swam a 12:03, biked a 35:51, and pushed a 12:42 with an overall finish time of a 1:02:42. So pretty strong overall for Nick there. As far as Brendan Bishop, pretty new to the racing scene. Just 12 starts. He does have 6 podiums. Does not yet have a victory. The Netherlands has a very, very strong duo of Jetsi Platt and Geert Schipperd. So not really surprised that Brendan hasn't gotten a lot of starts, but fairly impressive that he's been able to collect quite a few podiums. So this will be his first ever WTPS start. Best ever race finish. It was a 3rd place finish in Turkey, where he did have a pretty strong swim, a little bit of a below average bike, and definitely still putting it together with that push rim wheelchair. Jumpy Kimura, he's an H1. By the way, Brendan is an H2, so he will start 2 minutes and 59 seconds behind our 3 H1 gentlemen. But Junpei Kimura, H1 from Japan. Again, fairly seasoned veteran, 36 starts, 12 podiums, 6 victories. At the Paralympics, he did take 6th. Looks like he got his start in swimming as well. Previous Yokohama, he did compete her last year in 2021. He got 5th place. Again, looking like a very strong H1 swimmer, 13:42 in the 2021 swim, and then a 33:41 on the bike, so pretty strong on the bike, and then a 13:54 push, total time of 1:03:34. So pretty strong overall for an H1 there. So of course, racing in front of the home crowd. Knows this course. He's competed on it a lot, so looking forward to seeing what he can do. And then finally, we got Mr. Howie Sanborn of the USA. The most starts of anyone on this start list. Got 38 starts, 15 podiums, 4 wins. Previously in Yokohama, he's done this race quite a few times. Last year, Howie didn't have a phenomenal race here. He did take 8th. Kind of had a bit of a rough swim, a 15:59, biked a 35:51. But however, that did include how he actually crashed on the bike last year and had to get himself back into his bike. And then was able to push a 13-minute flat for the push rim wheelchair. And Howie is I train with Howie. I spend a lot of time with him. He is super strong this year, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do. So I don't think last year's 1:08:03 is what he did. I don't think that's any indication of where Howie is this year. He's a completely different athlete, but that could be said for all of the athletes on this start list. But Howie's got a lot of pressure on him as well. There hasn't been an American PTWC male on a WTPS podium since Krieg Shabort in 2016. Krieg took 2nd at the World Championships that year, and then also took 2nd at the World Championships in 2015. And the last time an American PTWC athlete male won a race was actually here in Yokohama in 2015. Again, that was Krieg back in 2015. So Howie is looking strong. He'll be fighting for a podium spot. So I think he can do it. Like I said, he's racing better than he's ever been in his career. So that is just a quick little overview of our PTWC field for the men and the women. Looks like we have just one H2. That's Brendan Bishop. 3 H1s in the women's field. So there will be no factor time between them. And then our 3 men H1s will start 2 minutes and 59 seconds ahead of Brendan Bishop. So really looking forward to this race. Hopefully the weather cooperates with us. All right, we'll see you on the next video for the PTS2.